DNA shows that each human being evolved individually. And of course there are individual differences between human beings, genetic differences, otherwise natural selection couldn't happen. Now I presented you with, I don't have them here obviously, but you can go to any museum and you can see Australopithecus, you can see Homo habilis, you can see Homo erectus, you can see archaic Homo sapiens and modern Homo sapiens. A beautiful series of intermediates. Why do you keep saying present me with the evidence when I've done so? Go to the museum and look.
I have gone to the museums, and so have so many of us who still are not convinced
have you seen
evolution.
Have you seen Homo erectus?
And I think that this effort, this rather aggressive effort,
an aggressive effort to get you to stop being an ignorant bitch. I mean, you're being just as aggressively ignorant as anyone is being aggressive in trying to educate you. This is not someone with an agenda. He's simply trying to get you to fucking admit that the evidence is there.
To try and talk over us and to censor us seems to come out of a frustration that so many people still don't believe in evolution.
Ding, 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 fucking ding. You got it. It comes out of a frustration that you people refuse to take the evidence you so ask for. You're like, where's the evidence? We're like, here it fucking is. You're like, where's the evidence? And I'm like, I just fucking showed it to you. And you're like, where's the evidence? And I'm like, are you even fucking listening to me? You understand? There's a frustration involved with that. Where you're just like, la-di-da-di, fucking God will take care of me. It's freaky people like you that'll fucking take your hands off the steering wheel while you're going 70 and think, God will steer the car for me. I got a Jesus is my co-pilot sticker. I mean, we call you kind of people crazy. And if you're not crazy, then you're stupid. And if you're not crazy or stupid, then you're just fucking ignorant, and willfully so, which I guess kind of just makes you crazy and stupid together.
Now, if evolutionists were so confident in their beliefs, there wouldn't be the effort to censor out information that shows that evolution is still lacking and is questionable.
Okay, well, here's some just common sense. If evolutionists are trying to censor something, then you must have a hold of that information, right? You must know the information that they are trying to censor, otherwise you wouldn't even know that they were trying to censor it in the first place. So if you have a hold of information that we are willing to censor, why are you not, we meaning evolutionists, meaning people living in reality, if you have a hold of this information and you want to get it out, why not put it out right now? What? We're not censoring you. Put it on out there. What is it? What are we trying to censor? Give us the information right now. Tell us what is being censored by science and evolutionists, people based here on planet Earth.
I confess to being frustrated. It's not about suppression, it's about the fact that I have told you about 4 or 5 fossils and you seem to simply be ignoring what I'm saying. Why don't you go and look at those fossils?
And certainly, if they were in the museums, which I've been to many times, then I would look at them objectively.
You are a liar. You say that you've gone to the Smithsonian Natural History Museum of History, however the fuck you are, goddamn say. You said that you've been there, and that now you've said that if there was evidence, you'd look at it objectively. Well, then you keep asking for evidence. Obviously, if you were truly objective about your looking for evidence, you wouldn't just hold science to the only standard of your evidence. You would hold your religion to the same, but you don't. It's only science because it contradicts your religion, which is your fucking motive. Fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And here, let me do it for her. But let me go back to the same retarded argument I had before. But let me go back to.
But what I go back to is that the philosophy of evolution has led to ideologies that have been so destructive to the human race.
Not only are you not answering the question, but you yet again are letting your double standard show by saying that science or evolution has led to bad things, and Darwin had led to bad, terrible things, but your religion never did, or any religion for that matter, because you have not as of yet claimed your religion, only creationism or anti-evolution shit. So basically what you're saying is any god is better than no god because you are a weak, simple-minded fucktard.
It's been misunderstood. I mean, even Hitler could be described as a misunderstanding of Darwinism, and that's a grotesque and horrible misunderstanding.
Eugenicists, and those in favor of euthanasia, and those in favor of infanticide.
Yes. But
oh my fucking god! Those in favor of infanticide. Tell me, when did the atheist or the evolutionist or the Darwinist say that I need your firstborn? Oh, is that Bible bullshit? Yeah, kill all firstborn. Murder. Killing the entire world except for Noah, his family, and the ark. Murdering the entire fucking world. Because she hasn't said that she's a Christian creationist that believes in the Bible, but she totally is. And she 100% believes the Bible. That's why she thinks the earth is 6,000 years old, and that there is no evolution. No, science is bad. The science that brought me the video camera that's videotaping my stupidity is terrible. It leads to infanticide. Fucking ridiculous.
wouldn't it be a good idea, instead of pointing to misperceptions of Darwinism, which have been hideously misused politically, if you try to understand Darwinism, then you'd be in a position to counteract these horrible misunderstandings.
Actually, we are oftentimes forced by the aggressiveness of those who favor evolution. It's not as if we are hidden from this information that you keep presenting. It's not as if it's unknown to us, because we can't get away from it. It's pushed on us all the time.
I'm sure it's only pushed on you about an equal amount of time as you spend trying to proselytize or go all anti-evolution on people. You see, until you go anti-evolution, there's no reason to proselytize evolution. You quote-unquote proselytize there on that last one, because you can't really proselytize. I mean, you can. It's called educating. Proselytizing science, otherwise known as educating. Proselytizing religion, otherwise known as don't tell me. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear. Don't tell me. 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 Don't.
But I think your frustration comes from the fact that so many of us who have seen your information still don't buy into your ideology.
First of all, wipe that shit-eating grin off your fucking face for like the 50th goddamn time. Just smiling doesn't make your fucking point any better. I can sit here and smile to you the whole time I call you a fucking idiot. You're a fucking moron. You got no idea. There are fucking retards in this world with more sense than you. Okay? Alright. Okay. With a big smile. And second, you've shown that you have not looked at the information. You say you've looked. You're like, where's the evidence? Again, there's the evidence. Well, I don't see it. It's right in fucking front of you, you dipshit. And then you're like, well, I looked at your evidence. But you just said you couldn't even fucking see it. Well, I still looked at it, and it was no good. Go God!
Have you seen Homo erectus? Have you seen Homo habilis? Have you seen Australopithecus?
What I've seen is that in the museums and in the textbooks, that whenever they claim that to show the evolution from one species to another, it relies on illustrations and drawings,
no, it doesn't.
Not any material evidence.
And your beliefs stem from ancient texts and old writings, aka the Bible. I mean, what do you want them to do? You want them to put the carcass, as you wanted to be shown earlier, in each textbook? You want them to, what, duct tape a fucking fossil to the back cover of each textbook so that a student can look at it and be like, oh, well, there it is. I see there's a fossil. Evolution's true. What exactly do you want? Your standard for science is so fucking high, but at the same time, your standard for faith is so low. You're just like, whatever. Love, God, evolution can't be true. You're scary stupid.
You might have to go to the Nairobi Museum to see the original fossils, but you can see casts of fossils, exact copies of these fossils, in Any major museum.
Well,
you like
let
to
me
look
ask
at.
you, why are you so aggressive? Why is it that why is it so important to you that everyone believe like you believe?
Bitch, you are the president of Concerned Women for America, which is, the whole point of is to get people to believe as you believe, aggressively. I mean, this is ridiculous, the standard that you have this hypocrisy that you don't even seem to understand.
Well, I'm not talking about belief. I'm talking about facts. I'm talking about, I've told you about certain fossils, and every time I ask you about them, you evade the question and you turn to something else.
Well, I can say, even if, again, I say that you can name a few of those, but they still don't show. They still don't prove evolution from the slime to the intricate human body.
Maybe that's because your idea of evolution is this twisted view that horses should give birth to dogs, or monkeys should give birth to crocodiles, or some twisted shit. What do you want? Do you want the fossil of in between slime and human? Because we've got like the pretty much middle of that. We just don't have the, like, what do you want? Like half slime, half human? You're fucking retarded.
Well, there should be, if we had gone from that broad of an evolution, there should be overwhelming tons of material evidence, not just an isolated thing here and there. But again, there is not evidence.
But again, there is evidence. There is evidence. You're just too goddamn stupid or willfully ignorant to goddamn well look at it with an actual open fucking mind. I mean, I grew up Christian. I was Catholic, which a lot of Christians will say, well, that's not great, it's Christian. And I don't fucking care that I did. I grew up, I grew past it, I learned, I accepted the facts. You, however, have refused to do that. You've stayed in this like 12 or 13-year-old mentality where like Santa Claus is still real. And no matter how many times someone shows you a video of your parents putting the fucking presents under the tree, you're just like, it's Santa Claus and he changed the videotape just to trick me. And you have no evidence. You have no evidence.
I happened to pick human hominid fossils because I thought you'd be most interested in them. But you can find similar fossils from any vertebrate group you care to name. Of course, there are lots of...
But I guess I go back to...
Oh, I guess you're going to go back again? Better keep going way, way back.
Why is it so important to you that everyone believe in evolution? Why do you seem to almost feel like it's dangerous for people to believe that human beings were created individually and with a distinctness and created by a creator?
Well, why is it so important for you to have people that don't believe in evolution? Why is it so important to you to disprove evolution? Because it would make your God a bunch of bullshit and you know it? Oh, so you have an ulterior motive.
Why is that?
I don't like the word belief. I prefer to just ask people to look at the evidence, and I'm asking you to look at the evidence.
Well, and I'm asking you, why does it seem so dangerous to you? Why is it so important to you that people not believe in a creator?
I can think of a few good reasons. Number one being people who don't believe in a creator don't fly planes into buildings in the name of their creator. Nobody's flown any planes into any buildings in the name of evolution. Nobody's killed anyone else in the name of evolution. Nobody has said, in the name of evolution, and then plunged a knife into someone else's chest. You dumb fucking cunt.
No, that's not the point. I mean, the point is that as a scientist, I'm concerned that children in American schools and in schools elsewhere should be exposed to the evidence and allowed to make up their minds about the evidence.
And we completely agree. In fact, that's why the challenge in America, whenever this debate comes up, is teach the controversy, teach the evidence. Because as it is now, in many cases, school children are only being taught about evolution. They're not being taught about the frauds in evolution and the lack of evidence in evolution. So it's actually us who are arguing for teaching all the evidence, not just the ones that are favorable to evolutionists.
No, your problem is that the facts don't align with what you believe. The facts contradict what you believe, in fact, and you have a hard time dealing with that. So you try and come up with other facts that contradict the true facts. I'm not going to sit here and be like, you know, evolution is the truth, because truth has lost its fucking meaning thanks to people like you. Stay tuned for part 4, Coctopus out.